Class. Today I'm going to finish AutoCAD and we are going to learn about lights and artificial light, natural light, and how we can render after putting our materials, how we can get the realistic image output. So that we are going to learn here today. Okay, so for that I have two model. Let me open another model. So that is going to be the interior model. And I have another model. For that, I will render it the exterior portion. Just a second, it's taking time to load. Okay, so now you see that for this interior, I'm just uh, I have just created the interior furniture, the models for the interior uh, of this room, right? And one image background or the environment is there. So for this interior, I don't need this environment, right? So just a second. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I need the environment for this exterior, for this building, because I'm rendering the exterior output. So for that, I need the background, right? So here you can see that this is the building model. So let me maximize this viewport. Okay. So here I have this background for this interior model. I have this background. So I don't need this background for this interior. So here I will be removing it, and where I get this option within this visualize tab, here you have this render environment and exposure option. And you see that this environment is on right now, and I'm using this custom background, and in this custom background I have selected this image. So right now I'm doing it off. Okay, and because of that I'm having the uh, exact luminance of this point light. These are the artificial light. So I will show you how you can place artificial lights as well. So right now, just go to this and remove this option, this background. Choose none to this background. I don't need any background here. And I'll off this. Okay, right now. And you can see this is the normal thing. Okay, right now we don't have any uh, background over there. Uh, we have this light options available. So these lights are placed. I will show you how we place the lights. Now let me come to this exterior model here. Okay, so here I will apply that background. So for that I need to go with this perspective projection where I can see the horizon and the sky so that I can apply the sky background and I can add sun. So let me go with this render and this render environment and exposure. Now let me choose this on, and what I'll choose is use custom background, go with the background image, and then go to the browse. And you remember that in the last class I have discussed where you have those image files which is installed and downloaded when you have installed this AutoCAD. So this is the program files, and then go to common files. Let me change the view to list. Common files, then Autodesk shared, then go to materials, and there you have this texture option, and there you have this environment and sun and sky presets. So from here, you can choose. So there is no such kind of files are there. Okay, so you need either this kind of files you need. So right now that is not available. Let me just check once again. Okay, so the formats are different for this. So right now I cannot select here. All right, so let me just access another file. Uh, and let me see here. I have some sky option. Okay, so let me choose this one. Can choose this one also. And this is the JPG image. Let me click on open. And about this image, you can adjust it. So you can either go for this scale and you can apply this scale. You can do some changes. So right now I'm not going to change the scale. Here I have some settings already, like this stretch, this style. These options are already there. Okay. So let me go with this stretch option, so that right now when I'm selecting this stretch, right now you see that this position, this scale, these are right now deactivated. You see, these are deactivated right now. As per this stretch, I'm having it. Let me click on OK, and here you can see, right? So you can add accordingly. Okay, you can zoom it also, and then you can position it to fix like this. How you are going to show that accordingly, you need to set it. Okay, remember you cannot change anything in the position, right, on the image. So for that you have to go to this background option and then go to this adjust image, and there you can apply here. Okay, you can go to this center position, and then you can go to this scale option, this scale you can do it. Okay, so this option you can do. All right, so that I'm not going to apply. I'm going to choose this stretch that is applied here. Okay, and about the exposure, so what will be the lights exposure that you can select here? Okay, and about the white balance, as per that, you have like a warm color, a bluish color you have. Okay, so that you select, and as per that you will see the color effect. This is the right one. Okay, where we balance properly, and about the brightness, the darkness that we apply here. Okay, and you have this image based lighting. So here we have some options. Accordingly, you will have some lights. Okay, so this is the sharp highlights. So generally we choose this. We have this ream highlights, and generally, like, as per this, we get this exposure options. Okay, so this is the like uh, a pre-settings of your exposure and white balance. Okay, so here also you can choose this. Here also you can change it. See, right? So don't worry about this. You can change it after that also. Like, even if you are choosing this image-based lighting as a village, there also you can apply some changes. Okay. All right. So that is done here. And what you need to do is on the full shadow option. Okay, so that you will get the shadows. But as because this is the exterior one, so if you don't apply this sky background, if you're not applying this sky background, so your image will work. Okay, if you are applying this sky background, so you are adding this sky from AutoCAD. So right now, I don't need this sky option. I need that uh, environment, right? So if you are applying this sky option, this environment will not work. Okay, and here we have this sun option that you can click on, and here we have this options. Okay, so here you can see that I have a sun out there, and accordingly I'm having this result. Okay, as for the sun position, I'm getting the light and all. Just a second, let me position this. Okay, now after positioning it, I will change the sun position. So for that, we have this option here, sun properties. This is the option, sun properties. And here you can see that this sky properties is on. So if you on this sky background and this one, so your environment will not be there. You will not get the environment. So either you can choose sky background or the environment. All right. So it will be off when you apply the sky background. Now let me just change the sun position. Okay. So you have this horizon. Also, you can change the horizon height and all can change. Now we have some sun disk properties. Let me just Here, let me add this sky background and let me show you that there is one sun there, sun out there. Let me just close and let me show you. There is one sun. Yes. Okay. For this, we have the properties, the disk scale. You can change the disk scale. Like, let me go with 1, and that is sun disk scale. And glow intensity, disk intensity, these are applicable also. And here you can see the sun angle, so where it is as per this date and as per the time. So it can change the time. All right. Let me go with this time. Okay. So there you can see this is the direction. Right. This is the direction. And that is the right one. Okay. For our rendering purpose, we are mainly focusing to this side. Okay. So the time is okay. And if it is not, you can change the time from here. Okay. And accordingly, you will see the reflection in this azimuth altitude. Okay, so that is done and I need that environment. So let me on it again. Now let me position it. Okay. All right, so this is the view. I have set it as per this sun and all, the background. Here I have this render to size option. So in which size I need that output. So I will set that. Okay, suppose this is the size. And now I will set the quality for the render. So this is the high quality and you have more quality like this. And here you see we have this much of quality and you can change also. So we have this render preset manager. Here you can click also for the render preset manager. This is the option. You can click on that render preset manager and what will be the render size that you can select and the some settings you have okay about that rendering quality. So you can choose either any of them or else here you can set the render by level. So for this high the render level is 10. For this low the render by level is 1. Here you can choose from this presets or else you can create your own. So for that you can name it. Okay, here is the option for naming and you can change the render by level or you can give render by time. Okay, so as per the time it will render and the render accuracy is set to high. If you're going with this low, so render accuracy will be low. So as per the preset, everything is there. So you can customize them also. If you're customizing it, one copy will be created and here you can name it. So right now I'm not creating, you can create, or you can change the render by level or the render by time. So you can set the time within this much of time, your render operation will be done. So now I'm going with this high. Okay. And here we have the option render. So before this render, here we have another option that where this render image will be displayed within this window or within this viewport, or you can go with a region so that any particular area you can select. Okay. So if you're going with this region and then if you're clicking on this render, then it will ask you to select an area and accordingly it will render. Okay, only that part will be rendered. Now I need to go with this full scene, and where I need to display within this viewport or within this window, so that you can select. Now let me just do one thing, that let me maximize the viewport. Okay, so for that I have the option that is the shortcut Control 0 is the shortcut for maximizing the viewport. Okay, so this is the option here. This is set. And now I can type that command also. So it will be rendered here. Can go for this render preset option. The render presets. If you need to change anything. Okay, if you need to change anything here. So that will be within this viewport. It will be rendered within this viewport, and you click on this render option and it will start rendering it. And before rendering it, make sure that you have selected this perspective. Now let's click on this render option and it will start rendering it. Okay. And now you see that it's rendering. Okay, so the highlights and all, these are not perfect. We need to change it again. So that we will apply. So if you need to cancel the render option, you can press escape to cancel the render option. Okay. Press escape. It takes time to cancel it. Just wait for a few minutes. So right now it is cancelled. The render is completed. Now let me get back my viewport with full ribbon. So I'll press Control 0 option. All right. Now I need to change the environment. Okay. So okay, now let me check with this medium one, which will take less time. And now let's go with this render in viewport. Okay, so I will now change to render in window. So it will render in window. Now let's click on this here. Click on, it will start rendering within a window. And I hope this window option is visible to you. If this window option is visible, is this visible? Another extra window. Is this window visible? Hello, guys, are you there? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. Okay. So right now, let me check that we still have the exposure is still high, right? The exposure is still high, and right now let me go with this sun status. I will off it. I'll off this sun status now, and now let me come to this render environment option, and here I will go with this brightness option. I will give it more dark. Now let me just go with this render in viewport. Okay, so now it's I think now it's perfect, right? Now let me show you the sky background and illumination also. And for that sun option, let's on the sun status. Just a second, it's lagging. Okay. Now let me render it again. Now also, just a second, let me reposition it again. This. And now let me render it, render in a window. Now let's render it. Okay, so Uh, these are just a second. About the environment and exposure. We just use the background none. Okay. Now let me off this. Let me go to the sun properties, and the status is sky background illumination. And about the intensity of this sky background, here you can provide some values to it. All right. And about the sun time, you have already set about the disk properties that is available here. And if you need to change the horizon height and the ground color, you can apply like this. Come to the select color option, and here you can apply some ground colors. Click on OK. That will be applied. Right. So, and we have this geographic location. So this is the geographic location right now. All right. So this is set. Right. Now let me just go with this render to size. Click on here. And now you get this. I changed the ground color, and accordingly we're having it. Okay. Now let me come to the interior here. Okay. And how we can place our artificial lights. We have these options, artificial light. Okay. So here we have some options like point, spotlight, distance light, web light. So these are the options. So point light is like from a point, it will emit the light. Okay. So the source is a point, and from that you will get some lights distributing. Now let me show you that this is the point light and how we generally place a point light. So you click on this point light option, and you define a position where it will be placed. Suppose here it will be placed, and then you can go with the target. Okay, just a second. It's lagging. All right. Okay, so this option, this light is placed already. Select that light. Okay, so this light is selected right now. Let me click on this gizmo here. Let me change it to move gizmo. It's lagging too much. Second, it's lagging too much. Let me change the visual style so that will not lag that much. 2D wireframe. Okay, it will not lag that much. So here it is placed. I just need to move it. This is the point light. Okay, so from this point, this is the source. Okay, a point is a source for this light, and we are getting this much of light as per the this light properties. So you can go to the control one after selecting the light, and there you have this lamp intensity. You can change the lamp intensity. You can change the filter color as well. So like you have this filter color. You can apply this filter color. That will be the resulting color. And this is the lamp color. So as per that, we will like you can create a fluorescent light. Okay. So if you're creating a fluorescent bulb, so accordingly you can change the lamp color here. Okay. So we have already some like halogen. We have some pre-settings. So you can choose these options. Okay. So this is the option. If you're not applying the filter color, so as per the lamp color, you will get the resulting color. Okay. Now let me show you another option, that is a spotlight. So spotlight is created if you are creating any stage kind of effect or putting some limelight or focusing on any particular object. So there you can create. Okay. And like place it from here as well. Can change. That is the target direction. Okay. And there then you can press enter. So that is your spotlight. Okay. Let me change the spotlight area. Okay. So for that, I will press Control 1 to this properties of the light, or else here is the option for light list. All the light will come within the list. So here you have this spotlight, and then you can also go for the Control 1, or else you can just double click on this light and this properties will be opened. Now, the inner circle is called the hotspot area, and the outer circle area is called the fall off. Okay, so we have the hotspot angle and the fall off angle. So here, let me change to hotspot angle 30, and then let me change it to, sorry, let me match these 30. Okay, and about the lamp intensity. So the lamp intensity, let me just add another. Here you can see. Okay, so this is the spotlight. This is called a spotlight, which is applied here. And accordingly, you can set your hotspot area. And you can see that at the inner circle, within the inner circle, we have the most intensity, and then it start decaying till the fall off area. Out of this fall off area, there will be no light. So that is the meaning that the light will be till the fall off area. Okay. And if you are matching your fall off and hotspot angle, so you have the limelight kind of effect like this. Okay. And after that, you can change the position also. So this is applied here, you can see. And you can create another to the side if it is needed, can apply. And now let me add all this shadows option. So get this shadows. Now let me delete this point light. I don't need that point light. Right. Just let me select this point light. Uh, Let me delete. Okay. And we have some other lights. Like distance light, wave light is there. So distance light is like creating a artificial sun over there. Okay. Just a minute. Why it's lagging so much? Okay, let's go with this distance light. Okay, so click on this allow distance light. All right, you need to click on that allow distance light. So it's like creating a artificial sun over there. Now let me specify the light direction from. It's lagging too much. So this is going to be the position for your distance light, and then you can apply the light direction. For that, you can give a position or a point. So from that point to this point, there will be that is the direction for your light, and after that you can place enter. And here you can see that the distance light is added, but you cannot see the source. So for this distance light, you will not see any source. So from this distance light, it is like a sun. Okay, it's like a sun. So I can off this point light right now, as because I have added the distance light. So I can off this point light. So here we have this on or off status. Let me off this point light. And let me off this point light as well. So let's go to this point light 2. Control 1 is the properties, or double click on this point light 2, and this will be off. Okay. If you want to off the spotlight as well, so you can off that also. So right now I need that. And this is the distance light. You can double click on this distance light properties, and all these things are there. So for this lamp intensity, let me go with this like 10,000. So this is the lamp intensity. It is too much. Let me go with this 5,000. So you see that it is applied for even the top surface of the roof. Okay, so it's like a sun. All right. Now let me just go with 2,000. Right now, I think this is good. Even 500 intensity. That is good, I think. Okay, so it is a distance light, kind of a artificial sun. You can understand. And we have a wave light. Okay, so wave light is also like a like that distance light, but it has a particular shape. Okay, so from that shape, it will emit light. Now let me just position here. Let me position it here. Okay, and what will be the target location? You can give a target location. So in that direction, it will give you the more intensity generally. So you can give it like in this direction. You can spread the light and then press enter, and that is the light. So you see that according to this shape, that wave, it spreads the light uh, in the whole direction of that web. Okay, so in spherical direction, it will emit the light. Okay, so that is your uh, web light. Just a minute, let me select it again. Let me go with this 2D wireframe. Okay, so here you can see, right? We're getting this light. So if you are creating, suppose a uh, bulb or any ceiling light or uh, any decorative light, so there you can apply this wave light option. Okay. And you can go the properties, double click on this wave light, and this properties will be there. Okay, and after that also you can change it to point or spotlight also. You can change if you need. Okay, so you have the other options like the same. You can change the lamp intensity, the lamp color you can apply. So now let me just delete it. I don't need that. And after placing all these lights, you can go with that visualize tab and then render. Okay, here, let me choose that and can go with the high quality. Okay, so we have some options created. So you can go with the high quality and then we have placed some cameras. Okay, accordingly, I can view it. So the two cameras are placed, camera one and camera two. So this is the camera one and this is camera two view. So always when you are rendering, make sure that you place a camera. Otherwise, what will happen that you will work within this scene, right? So you will not always get back this perfect position, right? So for that, you need to set a camera, and as per the camera, you need to render so that you don't have to worry about getting the uh, that perfect position for your render and the realistic output. Okay, so let me show you how you can create. We get back to this SW isometric. And here we have this option create camera. Within this visualize tab, have this create camera option. And this camera display is on right now. So what is the function of this camera display? I will tell you. Let me just create a camera first. Here you can just go for the random position and then give the target location. Okay, so let me just place it over there at the midpoint. All right, and then you press enter and this camera is placed right now. You can see this is the camera and this is the camera preview. This is the camera display. And here you can check with the realistic. So this is the view right now. And if you change any position of this camera, you will see the result here so that you can understand the effect. Okay. So this is the result. You can come to its properties as well. And from there also you can change the camera X, Y, and Z position. And we have also this target location. You remember, you see that when I'm changing this camera position, the target position is fixed. But I can change the target position as well. So this is the target position. I can change the target distance and target position as well. So let me go to that properties again of this camera. This camera is selected. Let's go to its properties. Let me select this object. Yeah. Now I can change the camera target position. So let me go with this 250, enter, and you see the change in the view, right? So you can apply this changes with this properties palette as well. Target Y and X also you can change. So if it is needed, you can apply. Let me show you more like this. Okay, so that is applied here. Okay, so this is one camera. It's set. And you get this camera within this view control menu. Come to this view control menu and go to this custom model views, and this is the camera 3. You can name it as well also. So come to its properties, control 1, and there you see this is the name. You can change the name. Suppose batch iron is the name, and here you will find out the same name here, and this is the view. Okay, and accordingly you can render this. Okay, you will get this same view for the render option. And this is the size. Let's render within a window or within this viewport you can render. Click on this render to size option and it started rendering. Okay, so I'll first click on this cancel rendering. If I need to cancel it, click on this cancel rendering option and then click on this close. Okay, next let me come to this SW isometric, and there I need to change the camera position. Okay, then let me set it again. And then let me go to this render to size option. And this is being rendered. Let me cancel it and let me go to this light list over there. Okay, so that this is the distance light. Okay, so from this direction, you see that only to this direction we are getting that light. Okay, so we can create another light over there, another distance light from this angle. So you will get another light. So let me create also that distance light, allow distance lights. And this will be the direction. Uh, Let me select this and let me press enter. Okay, so now let me choose that camera view. And now let me go to this. And here you can see that I'm having lights to this direction now. Okay, so this way also you can add some sunlights which enters within a room, so that you can add within your scene. Okay, and if you want to go with total artificial light, so for that you can apply point light or web light. Those two are the option for your uh, artificial light option. Okay, uh, and about the spotlight, you have that limelight kind of effect. You have that spotlight. Okay. Uh, so without adding the sun, you can have the sunlight within your room with that distance light that I have mentioned. That is the artificial sun. Now let me close it. Okay, and let me delete this also. Now let me change the camera to this camera. Before that, let me just go to slide list. So this distance slide, I don't need this distance slide. I don't need this distance slide. And for this point slide, I will on them. Click on. And remember that this light was glowing uh, because I have added the self luminance properties to this material, so that's why these lights were glowing. Let me on it and let me fix the camera position, that is camera 2 right now. And if you need to change any view, any position, you can come again to the SW isometric or any isometric view. And this is the position you can change, right? If there is any need, the position changes, you can apply some changes. And after that, okay, and after that, you can go for this. Sorry, I need to set that camera view. Camera 2. This is the view. I need to change this position. I need to change. Okay, and let me come back here. You can see from the top also that let me change it to wireframe. You can see that these lines are colliding with the wall or not. You can see it. Okay. So right now it's fine. Now let me change it to camera 2. And this is realistic and this much of while I'm having it. So no problem with that. And if you need to make it fix, let me just reposition it. Okay, now let me go to this camera 2. And final camera 2. Okay, so now it's fine. And then you can go with this render to size. Okay. And this is the view. Okay. Now you see that as per the field of view of this camera, we are getting this view, right? Yes, I'm coming on the question and answer part. Just hold on. Let me finish. Here also you can come to SW isometric, and here you have this second. Here you can change the field of view and all. Okay. So you have this grip points of this camera. So you can apply with this grip points, or else you can come to the properties, control 1, click on this control 1, and here you have this field of view option available. Here you can increase or decrease the field of view. See the change. Okay, so that you can apply like this. Let me increase it more and you will see the result. Okay, that you can apply. All right. And about the lens, so this is interconnected with the field of view. So if you're applying any changes to this lens, so like let me change it to 25. And here you can see this field of view is changed right now. Okay. So you can like go with this option here like this, and it will have the same. Let me go with that 30. Okay. All right, so this is the view, and here you can come to this camera 2 option, and this is the option here. Okay, and then you can go for this final render. So if there are any changes to apply, so you can go with that properties and you can apply, and after that you can render it finally. So this is the final render. Okay, yeah, now let's go for the question and answer. Hello guys, is there anything to ask?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So do we have any object library like we have in Revit or SketchUp?
No, not in AutoCAD.
Okay, we have to make everything.
Right.
Okay.
So generally we don't use AutoCAD 3D that much, but this is the basic thing. Like this one is the first CAD software. From this every software, the concept is evolved. So if you learn this, you will understand other advanced softwares like Revit, SketchUp, 3ds Max. You will find out the same kind of tools and all.
Yeah, because I've worked in SketchUp and Revit also.
Okay.
That's why I was asking for the
Mhm.
library.
Right. So you can create your own library as well, but all you have to make.
Yeah,
You can
that's
download also. There are some free websites. So from there also you can download.
yeah. But we don't use the this very much CAD 3D.
Right. Right.
Otherwise, we can just export it from Revit also
Yeah,
into
we
CAD.
can convert it from Revit into a DWG file, and we can work in AutoCAD. So
Yeah.
the AutoCAD is mostly right now is mostly used for documentation purposes and maintaining the layers. We are just using AutoCAD right now because most of the tasks we are doing in Revit, and for other uh, collaboration and uh, class checking, we have other different softwares.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so is there any more question? Okay, so I'm ending the class here. Thank you, guys.